Most people think that they are running their life for logic. But here's the disturbing truth, guys. You're not living your life. You're living the life of your 12 or 9-year-old self. Think about that. Your conscious mind might set adult goals, but your subconscious mind is still making decisions based off of what a child learned uh, decades ago, right? So let me break down what's really happening inside your head. Excuse me. Your conscious mind is the thinker. It's logical. It's rational. It's planning your future. It says things like, I should eat better. I should stop smoking. I need to save money. Or I should speak up in the meeting. But your subconscious mind, it's the doer. It's the engine that drives the car. It's the crew that that moves the ship, right? Yeah, it's the heart that actually reaches uh, for the snacks, spends the money, or stays silent when you should speak up. Hmm. And here's the kicker: your subconscious is running on outdated programming from when you were a child. Right? Picture this. When you were 7 years old, you raised your hand in class to answer a question. You got it wrong. The other kids laughed. Your teacher looked disappointed. Um, in that moment, your subconscious mind creates a rule. Now, this is a sad thing. Speaking of is dangerous. Stay quiet to stay safe. Mm. So let's fast forward to today. All right. Let's just say that you're 45, 55, or even 70 years old, right? So you're in a business meeting with a brilliant idea that could change everything. But when it's time to speak up, your subconscious activates that same protective program when you were 7 years old. Your heart races, your throat tightens, you stay silent. That 7-year-old survival strategy is now sabotaging your adult success, right? So now this system was designed to keep you alive. Your subconscious is like the world's most dedicated bodyguard. It never takes a day off, never questions orders, never updates its threat assessment. Right? If you learned at age 8 that rich people were greedy, your subconscious mind will sabotage every attempt to build wealth even at 50 years old, provided greediness is a negative. Greediness is something that you don't like, right? So if you learn that at age 12 that I am not an athlete, your subconscious mind will make sure you fail at every fitness goal you ever tried when your adult body is perfectly capable, right? So think about that, guys. You're living your adult life with the limitations and expectations of a 12-year-old. So, you know, why does the change get harder with age? Yeah. Well, this is why transformations become more difficult the older you get. Those childhood beliefs aren't just thoughts, They're like grooves that cut into pavement. Every time you try to change but fall back, but fall back into the old patterns, you make that groove deeper and deeper. Year after year, it becomes programmed, it's automated, decades after decades, until escaping feels almost impossible. So, at age 25, um, yeah, you have grooves at age 25. But at age 55, you got canyons. I'm just saying, you could almost, it's, hey, it's not all that. Look, there's a reason why. So here's where it gets even more frustrating, right? Between your conscious and your subconscious mind sits the mental voucher that I call the critical factor. Its job is to reject any new information that doesn't match your current identity. So when you try positive affirmations or willpower or positive thinking, you're essentially trying to install new software without administrative access. I'm just saying. So the bouncer says, nope, that doesn't sound like you, and throw it all out. Now, this is some science behind it. You know, I'm being silly, but look, there's real science behind this too. This is real. But here's the breakthrough. Your subconscious doesn't respond to logic. You know logically if you keep smoking, you may catch cancer. You know logically if you keep going to McDonald's day after day and ordering french fries, you're gonna get fat. I'm just saying. But it responds to emotions. The subconscious responds to emotions, repetitions, and stories. So, you can't logic your way past a 40-year-old emotional program, guys. I wish I had known this earlier. You can't think your way out of feelings based on limitations. Your subconscious speaks a completely different language. It uses metaphors, it uses imagery, it uses emotional experiences, right? So that's exactly what we do in theater of the mind. We stop trying to lecture ourselves into change and start directing our scenes with you as a hero. Right? So we bypass the conscious mind entirely by speaking directly to the subconscious in its native language. So instead of fighting against 50-year-old programming, uh, you rewrite your whole script. Right? So once you get past the gatekeeper and put the subconscious control rule, that's when everything changes. Right? New habits don't require willpower, guys. They feel natural. Confidence doesn't feel forced. It feels authentic. Transformation doesn't feel like a struggle. It feels inevitable. Think about that. Right? So if you ever said, I know what I should do, but I just don't do it, now you know why. So your adult mind knows better, but your inner child is still driving the car. The good news is once you understand this, then you can finally do something about it. Right? So this is a phrase that I coined when I went through my issues, and I still deal with issues every day. I have a character that's so strong that it powers my life. So I'm just going to welcome you to Theater of the Mind, where we just don't change your thinking. We change the thinker, right? So, thank you.